Hi, I would like to welcome you to the 14th Annual Lincoln High School Drama Department One Act Festival. The first show you're going to be seeing is J.M. Barrie's Half an Hour. J.M. Barrie is indeed the person who wrote Peter Pan, although this has nothing to do, it couldn't be any more dissimilar. You'll see what I mean when you see the show. This is our competition show, which we have already taken to the Mid-Michigan Theater Festival and to the MIFA, which is Michigan Interscholastic Forensic Association Theater Competition, the districts. And at those performances, we were acclaimed. And I wanted to point out that a couple actors won awards at those events. The lead, Alexa Robbins and Caleb Foote. And also some of our technical people won awards. Bennett Dunstan was recognized for his sound. Laura Wynn was recognized for her work in the costumes. All of the women's costumes, their jackets, and the hat were created from scratch by Laura Wynn. She did that last year and got a lot of awards for documents by himself. But she's not the only student who did a lot of work. The set was built by Armand Garnett. It was designed by Paige Reynolds. Designed by Maggie Bunker. I had a really great team of kids putting this together. And if you look at the program, I may have left some of them out, but they put a lot of work into this. We've been working on it for a while. After that, there'll be a little bit of a break as we set up for the next show. The next 3 shows were directed and produced. Well, they're produced by me, but they were directed all by students. The students were responsible for the set, the lighting, the props, the costumes, etc. And so this was an opportunity for them to create a show or several shows from the bottom up. So I really hope you enjoy your time here. And the first show, as I said, is our award-winning production of J.M. Barrie's Half an Hour. Thank you.
Mr. Garson, who is a financier, and his young wife, the lovely Lady Lily, are in their mansion near Park Lane, but they are not at home this evening to the public eye. They are in the midst of a brawl, which, it may be hoped, does not show them at their best. There is such a stirring time before them, and only half an hour forward. Indeed, there is so much for them to do that we challenge them to do.
Why don't you strike me, Richard? I am a woman, and there is no one within call.
A woman? You useless thing that is just what you are not.
How strong you are, husband mine. No wonder I love you. Now, as I have told you why I love you, won't you tell me why you love me? Are you overruffled me? You know, I can't think whether green is really my color.
that sets a pair like you and I saying what we think of each other.
True. But we knew what we thought of each other before.
We did. And I've said to that father of yours,
By the way, I never heard how much you paid Pops for me.
one way or another, a good 20,000.
I can't help feeling proud.
If I could have got you for half, I wouldn't have had you.
How like you to say that, Richard. Still, there are other pretties for whom you could have had the satisfaction of paying more. There must have been some dear reason why you flung the handkerchief to me.
Your rotten old families, all so poor and so well turned out, to come on look in the melt of eyes at you, and the disdain. I suppose they went to my head. You were the worst, so I chose you.
I won.
Oh, you didn't need to come to me, unless you liked.
I admit that. It was your money that brought me.
Quite so.
I'm sorry, Richard, for both of us.
Pooh!
You must at least allow that I never pretended it was anything but your wealth that drew me.
I have never wanted it to be anything else.
How like you again. Perhaps that is even some little excuse. Though not very much for me.
Flattery.
I dare say. Why don't we end it?
Do you know whom you're talking to? With my name in this city, I would!
But if you won't, Richard, has it never struck you as
Never.
You have a mighty faith in me.
Mighty.
May I ask why?
In this expensive little breast, you know why.
I see.
Tragic lot yours, isn't it?
More tragic than you understand.
But when you were too young to know what you were doing.
Not so young. But that I should have known.
Such a rare, exquisite creature, as you know yourself to be.
As I know I am not. But as I long to be. As I think I could.
As you think you could be, had you married a better man.
Mock me. You have some right. But it may be truer than you think.
It is what they tell you, I don't doubt.
Who tell me?
The liver on pepper cups.
If I were to let them tell me what they would like to
You
say.
do, my pet, and when they have finished to tell you, they mustn't say it. And your lip trembles, and one sad tear sits on your sweet little eye. That same little tear that comes when you overdraw your bank account.
How you read me.
I think I know the stuff you are made of, Lillian. I wouldn't try heroics. You can't live up to them.
I haven't the courage, I suppose.
You have the pluck that let the French jacquardines go tripping to the guillotine. And perhaps my breed hasn't. But when it comes to living, you've got to live on us, my girl.
Oh,
If you were to show me I am not nervous, in the end, you will always be true to number one. I have thought you out.
if I did.
If you did, if you tried to play any game on me,
Would it be the night Richard or Desdemona Philip?
if you brought any shame on me, before I put you to the door, I would break you.
If I did, I wouldn't be here to break.
By the powers, it would be as well for you.
Unless you wish to do the breaking now, please let go of my wrist.
Dinner at 1:30, I suppose.
I suppose so.
Yards away is a view where all brainy people, afterwards sorry for themselves, have here and there made romantic homes, old, tiny, not all over the garages that have supplanted stables. This one where you Peyton lodges is a complete house. We find him in a snug room, though it is only reached by a brief ladder which he frequently jumps. At present, the room is in disorder. The fire is extinguished by the masses of paper he has dumped on, and he himself tousled and in disarray. He is not quite finished an extensive packing, and is beginning to wonder whether he should reopen that bulging bag of his to shove his ukulele in. Distracted, he is playing cheerfully. He has a very honest face.
Did you hear it? What do you need? If you weren't pathetic yet to feel it.
To him it is with a brush. The young daughter of the house, whose heart he has won by lifting his hat to her. She has walked with more dignity ever since. And she
That's it.
That's mysterious ride. Sneaky, freaky, ever melodious. Keep saying, keep playing that mysterious ride. Are you listening? Are you listening? Look, look. You're listening. You're listening. You're listening. You're listening.
There is a lady, and though I told her you were just putting on your muffler to start for Egypt, up she would come.
You. Oh, my dear.
No, Hugh. Please listen to me first. You see, I have changed my mind and come after all. Yes, I am here to go with you, if you will still have me. But unless you let there be no mistake, don't have me, dear. You would rather not. Rather not.
dear. My dear?
You are so fond of each other. Perhaps it would be lovely of you to return alone.
Egypt without you? Horrible.
Was it seeming horrible before I came up the ladder?
Yes. Inconceivable if it wasn't.
You were able to play music.
Well, mechanically. Lillian, that meant happy, it wasn't me. I only began to be again when I saw you light up the doorway. Now tell me, what made you change your mind so suddenly?
Not suddenly. I longed to go to you, but I was his wife. You, did you hear me say I was his wife? What a lovely way of putting it.
Yes, my wife, now and always.
The things he said tonight.
Okay, there, that's all over. And you wrote him the letter?
Yes, and that's all.
Okay, and you told him that it was to me you were coming? I only ask this because I want all of this to be above board. I'm not afraid of him.
Yes, I said in it that it was to you I was going, and I put his wedding ring inside it. I have burned all my boats. Oh, Hugh, if it had turned out you were rotten off later.
Well, a nice sort of gent I would be.
He thinks me a rotten, shallow creature. No, don't interrupt. Perhaps I was so with him, dear. What was that each of us seemed to call to the other?
And if yours ever calls out to me, I wouldn't recognize the voice.
He said that in any test, I would always go to where my bread was best buttered.
Well, then he'll see his mistake when he finds it to come to me. Now I say not another word if you love me. Try to make us catch a snack while I sit on the trunk. What are you smiling at?
Oh, Hugh, I just remembered that there were people coming to dinner tonight.
Woman, I just remembered one more thing. Where is your trousseau?
I have only what you see, my dear. Here is all the riches I bring you. 4 and 6 pence. Please take care of my dowry for me, Hugh.
You poor. But what fun it would be to buy your new trousseau at Brindisi, if not before.
Are you proposing to send out a servant to get a trousseau for me?
Ah, what's a capital idea? Susie!
Yes, sir.
Could you skip across to the nearest draper's and buy me a trousseau?
How much, sir?
Okay, now I can only give you 10 minutes, and that's lots of time. Sure to have them in stock. Need of the age, already in Christmas hampers. Size 5.5 by 1 1/4. Hurry, old one, fly.
Whatever do you mean? He only means he wants a taxi. Oh, that. Well, Mother's gone out, and you know what Barbara is. But I'll get it myself.
Oh, no, you don't. Not in the rain. I'll be back in a jiff, Lil.
run over.
Poor lady. I suppose you'd like to know.
Tell me.
He was run over by a motor bus. It is very serious.
Tell me.
I must tell you. He is dead.
No, he isn't.
He died as they picked him up.
It isn't true.
Mr. Peyton, they tell me. I don't know him. I am a doctor, and I happen to be passing. He only spoke one word.
My name.
The word was Egypt.
He is going there. He had gone up for a taxi, so you see it can't be true.
It is true. Mrs. Peyton, I wish to help you in any way possible. There seems to be no one in the house but a very useless man and a child. You could give me the address of any male relative.
You mustn't bring anyone here.
Only to help you with it. Excuse me. I don't quite. Are you Mrs. Peyton? I am sure you will understand that I have no wish to intrude. But someone must communicate with the relatives, and of course an inquiry.
You mean I have no right to be here?
I don't know whether you have a right or not, but you must know. Pardon me. I won't disturb you any longer.
Don't go! What am I to do?
If it would be well for him to have it publicly known that you are here, then you will of course remain. But if it would not be, then my advice to you, as you asked for it, unhappy lady, is to go. At once.
Where am I to go?
I know nothing of the circumstances. I am only telling you what I think might be best for him.
Is there to be no thought of what would be best for me?
Might that not be best for you also?
I have nowhere to go. Nowhere.
Better that I should know nothing.
I am not what you think me.
No one is, madam. But prove it by going.
What is to become of me? I loved him. I risked everything for him. I am lost.
Those who risk all and lose have to face the consequences.
I was going with him.
Let us return to Mr. Garson's house and see how his little dinner is fed. As Mr. Garson enters the room in evening dress, his bad temper removed with his clothing, he meets his butler.
Have I time to write a note, Withers?
It is 2 minutes short of the half hour, sir.
Her ladyship not down yet?
I believe not, sir.
She isn't usually late. I didn't hear her in her room.
Shall I send up to inquire, sir?
No need. She'll be down directly, no doubt.
Mr. and Mrs. Redford.
You seem to be having a little joke all to yourself, Dawson.
Ah, welcome both.
Ah, but the joke?
My eye, no joke for the party that footed the bill.
I put my hand into this drawer for some papers, and it found these instead.
All I can say is halves.
Silly man, the old lady Lillian. I didn't quite well.
The joke, Redding, is that I now see why my wife is late for dinner.
It is we were early. What did you tell?
She must have shoved him in there with a certain pride. Those set are more careless than ours. And then forgotten where she had put them. I bet she is searching high and low for them at this very moment.
Oh, the poor dear. But suppose some man, that awful servant who owned the box.
Oh no, they were safe enough. She had happened to find the drawer open and had the sense to shut it. And all these drawers locked when they are shut. I have the only key.
Dr. Brody.
Very pleased to see you, Brody, my little place.
Thank you, Dawson. Lady Lily.
Oh no, that isn't Lady Lillian.
More than it was, Dr. Brody.
Oh, come.
Dr. Brody, Mrs. Redding. You have met at the club at Redding.
To be sure.
Dr. Brody, I forgot you don't know my wife. She will be down in a moment. I must apologize for her being late.
Oh, don't fuss, Mr. Dawson. Dr. Brody knows what with it all.
Not I, Mrs. Redding. Although, I was afraid that I should be late myself.
Something professional?
An accident in the street. Man was knocked over by a motor bus and killed.
Rough luck. I can't think. What is keeping Lady Lillian?
Someone you knew, Doctor?
No, no. But he seems to have done good work in India. Peyton. Peyton is the name.
Peyton? There was a man named Peyton we met once at dinner. No, Egypt was his place.
It was Egypt, she said. Yes, probably your man.
Was he married?
No, no, he was not married. Poor devil.
Surely better in the circumstances that he wasn't married.
Oh, yes, much better.
You said poor devil.
Did I? I was thinking of something else.
Of the lady.
Did I say there was a lady?
You are saying it now.
Got you, my friend.
Beast of a night, Garson.
Is it wet?
A drizzle. The most dismal sort of London night.
And the poor devil. Is that it?
She is out of it right enough.
You are terribly late, Lillian.
Dear forgive me, kind Mr. Edmund.
All I can say, Lady Lillian, is that you were worth waiting for.
Dr. Brody, my wife at last. I forgot whether I mentioned to Lillian that Dr. Brody has kindly promised to take potluck with us.
No, but I am so pleased. Dr. Brody, any friend of my husband's.
Thank you, Lady Lillian.
He was just telling us such a shocking story.
It will spoil my dinner.
Not quite, I hope, ready.
No, not quite.
A man killed in the street. Do tell her, Dr. Brody.
It would not interest Lady Lillian.
By the way, it would. You would remember him, really.
Someone I know.
Peyton. It was at the Rossiters we met him.
A barrister.
An engineer. Abroad. In a small way.
Dark man, wasn't he?
No, fair. Evidently, Lady Lillian, if you have ever met the man, then you've forgotten him.
One meets so many.
Just so.
There was a woman in it, Lady Lillian. Do get him to tell us.
Why not?
Very well. I assure you that I pity her when I thought that she was his wife, and still more when I found out that she wasn't.
That sort of woman.
What sort of woman, Richard?
Oh, come.
She kept crying. What else could she do?
She knew what she could do.
What could she do, Richard?
Oh, pooh. They don't all get run over by motor buses, my dear.
I thought she might find a job. Women do these days, and live on, true to the death. After all, it was the testament.
Yes, I suppose it was.
What a sentimental fellow you are, Brody. That kind can look after themselves, all right. I say, Reddy, suppose she is a married woman and is bolted right back to unsuspecting number one.
Lordy.
When she left the house at my request, I could not have thought so despicably of her as that.
Is it more object than my husband's? Other end for her?
I should say, yes.
It's quite possible, you know, Garson. Makes a pretty chump of the husband, though.
No doubt. And that there is a humor in it. You don't see, Dr. Brody, that it has its humorous side.
Yes, I do, Garson. But as I walked here, I pictured her in dire desolation.
Don't you think she may be in dire desolation still?
Thinking it over, Lady Lillian, I've come to the conclusion that your husband is right. That I've been a sentimental fellow, wasting my sympathy on that lady.
Exactly.
Dinner is served.
Hello, Lynn. Where are those emeralds you got them out of me specifically for that frock?
I took them off earlier and left them for safety in one of your drawers.
Which drawer?
This one.
Best put them on. I like you enough.
They are gone!
God!
Richard, what is to be done? My emerald!
The police!
Yes, yes!
Dawson, how can you keep it up? Can't you see that she is nearly fainting? And so should I be. And milk.
Come, Lynn. Calm yourself. This should be a lesson to you, though. Just the trick I was playing on you. I found them in the drawer.
Never was there such a master at a trick as Garson.
Here they are. Can you believe it? Lillian's always amusing me.
Oh, Dawson, you know, I really have been trying to get a nice set of emeralds out of Mr. Redding for quite some time. But all I ever seem to get are diamonds.
Are all the plans in order?
Yes, sir.
Good. Finally, after 13 long years, I've unfurled my plans to call my daddy.
It rang twice and went straight to voicemail.
That's what evil lurks in the darkness that won't let me call my dad.
Maybe he's on the phone with someone.
No. Dead.
What?
Well, you see, Maxine, doesn't ring a call, it goes straight to voicemail. His phone is turned on. It rings 4 times and then goes to voicemail. He didn't hear it. If it rings twice, oh, that means he picked up his phone, thought it was me, and pressed ignore.
Maybe he's on the telephone with him.
No.
Well, why don't you just pull something on his Facebook wallet?
Facebook wallet.
Yeah. Or you could send him an IM, tweet him,
Skype could face,
I'm just saying, who calls people on the telephone?
lots of people do. With nationwide coverage. Stop that!
Stop. What?
You are distracting me from my work.
Look, Mr. Snizerhound.
Von Poodles. Dr. Von Poodlesmith.
Correct. We can always try again later.
I don't want to try again later. I want my daddy now!
I'm sorry, Mr. Von Poodlesnot. I can't help you.
Oh, and didn't I tell you it was Dr. Von Poodlesmith? Remember that name, because someday I will rule the world! Oh, no! Don't do that!
Do what, Daddy?
Just
How could I know what I was doing if I didn't know what I was doing when I was doing it?
Didn't you know what you were doing when you were doing this?
If I had known what I was doing when I was doing it, I wouldn't have done it.
How could you not know what you were doing when you were doing something wrong? I mean, when I do something wrong, I try to correct myself by doing something right. Therefore, I'm doing whatever I've done wrong before I have done it.
What?
I don't know. That's what you did!
Well, if I would have known what I was doing when I was doing it, I wouldn't have done it.
Silence! Hello?
I'm here for your checkup.
Ah, yeah. Kitty,
Yes, Daddy.
would you leave us for a moment?
Hey, Daddy.
Now, doctor, what was it?
Just doctor.
Yes. I guess working for an evil mastermind makes it so you have to lurk in the shadows, dreading the moment when the authorities will catch you. And when they do, they will not know your name. Your fault.
Actually, I don't want you knowing my name. I'm a very prestigious doctor, and if it weren't paying me so much money, I wouldn't even be associated with you.
Ah, yes. Oh, that reminds me. Kitty, darling.
Yes, Daddy.
Would you come hither a moment?
What does hither mean?
Oh, here. Come here.
Oh.
What was I thinking about again?
Something about money?
Ah, yes. Kitty, darling. How much money do we have left in our bank account? Huh?
37 cents, sir.
Drat! Doctor! You drained me dry.
Good heavens, Mr. Von Poodleschmidt, it's my duty as your doctor to inform you that you've come down with a strange disease called sneezewacophilia, which only I can cure. For a price, of course.
Sneeze the Wakaphilia? Where did I get this? Now how does it work? It is Doctor Von Poodlesmith.
The only place you could have contracted it would have been... Where were you born again?
Bangladesh.
In Bangladesh.
Oh, Kitty. When was I ever in Bangladesh?
You were born there?
Ah, yes.
The disease takes some time to manifest itself. About 40
Good. That won't be a problem. I never know.
Don't you want the cure?
No. Go away.
Daddy,
Ugh.
you did that on purpose!
I did not. I did this you.
Doctor, is that fatal?
No, unless it comes into contact with a chemical called sulfur oxide.
What's that?
I don't know. But it says it'll kill him on the bottle of medicine.
Right. And how much does the medicine cost? Sweet holy monkey!
Oh, where did that come from? I had no idea it was there.
I'll be waiting for the money.
Mom, love it. You're big, beautiful, aren't you? Do you come here often? Mom, when did you become so good looking? You're gorgeous. You're the most handsome man I've ever known before.
Inspector?
Yes?
What's up?
Look at the beautiful man here. How many times must I tell you not to crunch in my office?
Sorry.
It's all right. Run along. I have more work.
Okay. Oh yeah, Inspector.
Yes?
There's a doctor here to see you.
Good. Send him.
Actually, it's a her.
A lady doctor? Ooh, la, la. What a lovely lady doctor. Send the lady doctor in.
The inspector will see you now.
Inspector HKTTKT?
It's
Hot?
no. Yes, with a T.
Oh, Inspector. I came here on a very important matter. I need your help with something.
Doesn't that do with crime?
Yeah?
Very well. Continue.
You see, I work with this really strange guy named Otto Van Rom. A really strange guy with a German-sounding name. He was born in Bangladesh, and he's very average height.
I didn't realize being very average height was against the law.
It isn't.
Well, should it be?
Should what be?
What should it be?
Never mind. What was I talking about?
Something about the turbo clean 3000.
Ah, yes. Dr. Pepper here for the Turbo Clean 3000. That's right, for only $19.95, yes, you can have all the cleaning power of a tortoise on wheels. Wait a second. That's not what I was talking about. Was it? What was I saying?
Something about an auto pollution.
Yes.
von Kudelschmidt. So, he was born in Bangladesh. He's got a German-sounding name, and he's very average height.
But he's done nothing wrong.
I haven't gotten to that yet.
Also, you haven't told me your name.
It's Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, like the delicious fizzy beverages.
No, like Dr. Pepper, the character in this play. Now, what was I talking about?
Something about the new iPad.
Okay, come on, it's just a giant iPhone at this point. Not to mention it's brand new and they've already come out with a version 2. Glad schools didn't buy a bunch of those right before the brand new version came out. Wait a second. That's not what I was talking about, was it?
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Proof.
I can't.
Well, there you have it.
Stop that. Now, what was I saying?
What in Pete's name is going on here? You're supposed to say, you forgot to tell me your name. And you're supposed to say, Dr. Mariah Pepper. And you're supposed to say, I've always liked the name Mariah. Stick to your scripts.
So, you were telling me your name?
Dr. Mariah Pepper.
I've always liked this one.
Really?
Yes, I have.
Wait a second. I came here for a reason. I want you to arrest Otto von Kudelschmidt.
On what grounds?
He's trying to take over the world.
How?
I don't know exactly, but I must tell you something. About something.
Yes, what is it?
He's a sneezowacophiliac.
Who's a focus lab?
Sneezowacophiliac. Whenever he tells a lie, he'll sneeze.
That's it. He doesn't die the death an evil man should.
Nope.
Well, I want you to do something for me. It's very important.
Yes.
You say you're Otto von Kudelschmidt's doctor, right?
Yes.
Do you have the security clearance to that?
Yeah.
Did you have pizza for lunch?
Yes.
Security clearance, do you still have it?
Yes. I find you so attractive.
Excellent, then give it to me. I meant the security clearance.
Sorry.
Wait,
Yes.
take some of these. Let me grab really things. Let's do a little undercover, okay? We'll plant this bug. Oh! Oh, I hate spiders. We'll plant this bug into his heart.
On my way out of this expensive situation, the doctor told me it would cost $3 million to cure me. And I just can't afford that. No, I can't. Oh, you are beautiful. Anywho, do you want to know how you helped me get by? Oh, you are sweet. Well, you have a very important chemical in your call. Sulfuric ruthenium oxide. Yes, sulfuric ruthenium oxide that, when drank by me, of course, will give me the power to attract paper, as in money, from people's pocketbooks, wallets, and purses. Soon I will have enough money to pay for the cure the doctor has made for me. Ah, yes. What is that? Oh, that isn't very nice. She's been a good doctor. You shouldn't say nasty things about her. Oh, you want me to sing you a song? Okay. And I will always love you. Woo! Oh, no. What are you?
I'm expecting. I am Victor. Cable repairman.
I don't need cable, man. I don't even have cable.
No cable, then what's in on the beginning?
MTV, TBS, Disney Channel, CNN, TNT, PBS, Cartoon Network, NT, HCI TV, Sci-Fi USA, Discovery Channel, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN Classic, CNBC, and the Tennis Channel.
Well, you don't really want the Disney Channel, do you?
Of course not. That's children.
You're a Hannah Montana fan, right?
Am not.
Part 2.
Am not.
Part 2.
Prove it.
I read it in the book.
What?
This book. I Heart Hannah Montana by Otto von Rudolfsmith. Signed by Otto von Rudolfsmith.
I knew I should have never done my book signing in cards.
I can't wait for it to come out of the new. It's really with you.
And so, critics didn't really like it.
I mean, they're just jealous they couldn't think of any logical idea why the adults would like Hannah Montana.
I guess you're right.
I mean, it's a totally original idea. Who would ever think about writing I Heart Hannah Montana over and over for 500 pages?
Thanks. So good to meet someone with such good taste. Anywho, TV is alright, isn't it? With this.
Huh?
Oh, here and there. Idiots.
So, what are you?
Nothing.
Hi, Daddy! What you doing?
Nothing.
Right. Why are you holding that rubber chicken in your hand?
I'm just, I mean, you have very pretty nostrils.
Thanks! I think. What?
My thingy stopped working.
What thingy?
This thingy. Oh, it closely. And don't touch it!
Want to look at it?
Okay.
Smells like candy.
Kool-Aid.
Feels like
Burning!
Tastes like pepperoni.
I don't know what it is.
Isn't it a potion used to take over the world?
What?
I thought you knew.
Thought I knew what?
Your father, he's a military.
About who?
He's more than to be challenged.
Or,
He's evil!
yeah?
I thought you knew.
Well, I always kind of suspected. Like that one time he proved that nothing was as easy as taking candy from a baby. Or that one time when he found a box of stray kittens and he told them that their mother didn't love them anymore. Or that one time when he used the squirrels a ping pong ball. Or there was another
Oh, I
time.
get it!
What are you doing? No, look at that!
We're on to you, Daddy. We know what you're trying to do. You're trying to take over the world.
Yeah, not. All right, I am. But can you prove it?
Von Bluesman Incorporated, taking over your world for over 30 years.
The more you know.
Sweet jumping jump juice. I'm gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, Daddy! The piano!
I am not falling for that.
Okay, then. Is that just a fever?
OMG! I have fever! Fever! Where? Oh, you ruined it!
That was the point.
But that's evil. You can't throw away a magic trick like that. Well, because I have nothing else to do but to run. You can't catch me. I am the great. I am pretty. And I am king of the world.
I swear I was adopted.
Again.
That Surgeon General told me I should have never smoked that one cigarette.
Surgeon General? Doctors and armies? I better stock up on some apples.
Wait, what?
It's like garlic vampires?
What are you talking about?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Duh.
Right. Oh, why does he have to be so evil? And I just want the cure for his disease.
Oh yeah, your father's a sneeze rockphiliac. Wait, how'd you get all the money to buy the cure?
I invented angry birds.
Oh, so you're the evil one. Do you know how many days I've spent playing that game? I love it. Do you think maybe you could give me a free copy?
Well, it costs 99 cents on iTunes, or you can get it for free on the Droid. Why would you need a free copy for me?
Do you think maybe you could give me a free iPad too?
All you have to do is send it to your local public radio station. You can enter to win a free iPad. Is he going to jail?
Who?
My father!
Don't get huffy with me.
Who else would be going to jail?
I don't know. Should specify.
Well, I thought you would have been smart enough. Oh my nerves. This scene is taking forever. The audience is losing interest. Look at the blank stares on their poor little faces. Aww. Get on with it.
Where am I? Who am I? Why do I have a sudden urge to eat? Jeez!
Pick him up. That's better.
Daddy! Daddy, listen to me!
I don't want to. You hurt my feelings. And you drag me across the filthy ground.
It's only because the inspector told me to.
But I just want to be angry. And you don't love me anymore.
Mr. Von Poodleston, your daughter just bought the cure for your disease.
She did.
Yes, Daddy, I invented angry birds. I based it off that one time you kind of told me to run to make birds to the building, or that other time when you made a ring with evil ring fist to your evil bidding, or that other time when you tried to go to her house and ring fist to your blood. Or there was that other time when we get it! Anyway, Daddy, I don't want you to suffer anymore. I love you and I want you to see that. And I'll make you a deal. I'll give you the cure if you promise to be evil. Never, ever, 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 ever again.
Give me the cure.
Do you promise?
I promise.
What was that?
Is it?
Now, Mr. Von Poodleston, this will only hurt a moment, followed by months of intense abdominal pain.
Hey, what's that?
Go home.
Okay, Daddy.
Thank you, Doctor. I have the cure. Kitty loves me again, and that pesky inspector's off her back. What else hasn't been resolved? Ah, yes, my original evil plan to call my daddy. Using Bluetooth headset. I mean, it looks like you're talking to yourself. Hello? Oh, hello, Daddy. You'll never believe they have been having.
Wait, are you talking to me? Oh, sorry, didn't bother you.
To kill me? Are you trying to butcher my candidate? Do you know the numbers on T, Betsy? They are abysmal. Tell her the numbers on T, Nelson. 17. 17. The T is polling at 17, and there you are in blue sweater, in your little chair, and you're lifting the T to your lips. Why don't you just do some crack? Why don't you make out OJ? Why don't you just dangle your child over a balcony? Betsy, this is what we call an election, Betsy. This quaint little practice of people going out to vote. See, that is nothing but a nostalgic formality. Just a symbolic narcotic to placate the populace. See, the real votes are not cast at the polls, but with the posters, with great Americans like Nelson there. And, well, has the carefully polled public voted for T. Betsy? I think not. Tell them, Nelson. Tell them who America wants Betsy to be.
Well, in addition to Joey and Sally,
Her name is not.
Joey, we have a husband named Bill and a dog named Buster. Correction, no husband.
Get Bill out of there.
And you work at Walmart.
No.
And your little Joey is all
He's only 9.
sorry, ma'am. He's slow down. John, really, really.
Attaboy Joey.
And you're not sitting here.
I drew.
No, Betsy, you're sipping Starbucks double tall, extra hot, low fat mocha with extra whipped cream.
Now that is the woman they want, Betsy. But hey, don't look at me. I did it better. See, she's the love child of entitlement and equalization. The voice of the American vocal line. She's the people's choice. Now let's shoot her.
Why don't you send? You tell them. Roll sound.
And
I won't do it.
What?
I just won't do it. What do you mean won't do it?
It's not true. It's all a lie.
Just what the hell kind of actress are you anyway?
I'm not an actress.
Oh, you can say that again.
I'm not an actress. I'm a wife and a mother. I was chosen for the spot because I actually believe in it. I believe in your candidate. And when I look into the camera, I'm speaking from my heart.
Take off the sweater.
What?
You heard me. Take it off.
But did you hear
See,
what I...
here's the thing about people who speak from their heart. I don't trust them. Hearts change, Betsy. Hearts are fickle. And when the future of the free world is on the line, I cannot be taking a chance on what people believe in their heart. So take it off. Come on. You're off. Hey there.
Betsy!
Hand me the tape recorder. Is this another one of your tricks? Another way to try to shake my hand, get in bed with the campaign? Is that what this is? Well, you listen here. We are going to wipe the floor with you and your candidate and your donors and your party. And in the true spirit of the American politics, well, we're going to gloat like hyenas and behave very, very badly. Goodbye. So fess up, Super Mom. Come on. I know how this works. What it is possible.
I didn't do it for the money. I did it.
Oh, because of your beliefs, I suppose?
Yes.
Would you feel in your heart?
Yes.
You disgust me. Get her out of here. Yes, Mr. Candidate. No, great to hear from you, sir. Yeah, it's going extremely well. Couldn't be better. Yeah, we can send you a road cut before the day is out. Yeah, not a problem, sir. No, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, Robin, I mean, Landry, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it seems to me that we are what I would call completely screwed.
Now, down in your heart?
Not long.
This one's got moxie.
Robin,
This one we can shoot.
Robin, listen to me.
Take that sweater. Let's go. Okay, now I want you to finish my sentence, okay? All right. My candidate is...
Tell us box of hammers.
You bet he is. And people like me are...
The scum of the earth.
You bet we are. Have a minute.
Gloria pulled a 93.
You bet she is.
Quiet on
Gloria?
set.
Well, rhymes with euphoria.
Roll sound.
And action.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, you mean it. I've no idea either.
Now, what do you mean by that?
I thought perhaps you were playing truant, as I am.
Hey, truants.
Yes, you know. I was looking at the house and got tired and ran away.
Well, to tell the truth, so did tides. Dull luck, isn't it?
Yes, I've been upstairs and down for 2 hours. The family portrait gallery finished me. It was so old, dead, and gloomy that I felt as if I would let myself. I just had to do something. I wanted to jab my parasol through the window pane, but I was afraid of shocking him. He's such a neat little man. He thinks so well of me. If I had shattered the window, I would have broken his idea of the woman too. I am afraid. So I just slipped away quietly and came down.
Well, I've only been there half an hour. I've only been vacant. That's why I told the inspection didn't bring us together sooner. I've been crossing out with the furnace. Do you understand furnaces? I don't.
Do you like family portraits? I hate them.
What? Do the family portraits go to the house?
No, thank heaven. They've been bequeathed to some museum. I think. They're valuable, historically. Early colonial governors and all that kind of stuff. But there is someone with me who takes the attention.
Didn't I see you at the real estate office in London yesterday?
Yes, who did you see then?
I thought I remember seeing you.
Isn't he just the sort of man who'd be interested in family portraits?
Well, since he has me.
Oh, that's all right. Tell me the day if I could. Funny outside. I like him very much.
Yes.
He's so anxious to see me like this house. I suppose it's all right in the house, but I'd like to become more acquainted with the gradually. I'd like to feel that there is always some corner left to explore, some mystery saved up for rainy days. Tommy can't understand that. He drags me everywhere, saying how changed up. Dormer windows here and have beauty there. I think we'd better be building the house too.
No, merely decided to turn that sunny side room into a study. It will make a very pleasant place to work. But if you really want the place, I'd hate to take it away from you.
No, no, no. I was just going to say that if you really want it, I withdraw. It was Tommy's idea twice, not mine. You do want it, don't you?
I can't say that I do. It's so infernally big, but Maria thinks I ought to have it. Maria is...
Ah, yes. I saw her with the real estate office yesterday. Well, furnaces are necessary, I suppose. Do you see that butterfly over there?
A butterfly?
Yes, there, the rascal. There he goes.
No. I don't...
So, have you heard the story of the people who used to live there?
No, what?
Well, it's quite romantic. It's rather sad. You see, the man who built this house was in love with a girl who was building it for her as a surprise. But she had neglected to mention to her that she was in love with her.
came just as he'd finished the house. He shut it up for a year or two, but eventually married someone else. And the house was sold, and it was bought, curiously enough, by the husband of the girl he fell in love with. They lived in here till they died, hated each other right to the end, the age of 30.
It gives me the shivers to think of that house, haunted by the memories of wasted love. Which of us, I wonder, will have to live in it? I don't want to.
Oh, don't take it so seriously as all that. If one can't live in a house where there's been an unhappy marriage, why, good heavens, where's one going to live?
A bit of philosophy for one so young.
Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. But listen to the rest of the story. The most interesting part is about this very orchard.
Really?
Yes. You see, this orchard was here before the house was. It was part of an old farm where the unhappy lovers, you know, stopped one day while they were out driving and asked for something to eat. The farmer's wife was busy, so she gave them each a glass of milk and told them they could eat all the cherries they wanted. So they picked a hatful of cherries and ate them on a bench, like this one, and then he fell in love with her.
And didn't tell her so.
Yes. So you see, this orchard is haunted too.
I feared it. I seemed to the ghost of that old time that was whispering to me.
Really? What does he say?
He says I was a coward. You must be bold. I was silent. You must be gagged.
Really? That's very curious, because the old lover isn't dead at all. He's our congressman or ambassador or minister of magic, the agent says.
It's all the same. His youth is dead, and it is his youth that speaks to me.
Oh, no, no. You mustn't believe all the ghosts tell you.
So I must. They know the folly of silence, the bitterness of cowardice.
The circumstances were slightly different, weren't they?
I don't care.
You know perfectly well it's no use.
I can't help that.
Please, you mustn't. It's disgraceful.
Oh, what's disgraceful?
What you are going to say?
Only that I love you. What's disgraceful about that? It's beautiful.
It's wrong.
It's inevitable.
Why inevitable? Can't you talk with a girl in an orchard for half an hour without falling in love with her?
But not if the girl is you.
Why, especially me?
Well, I don't know. Love is a mystery. I only know that I was destined to love you.
But how can you be so sure?
Because you've changed the world for me. It's as though I've been groping about in the dark and then sunrise. And there's a queer feeling here. To tell the truth, there's a still queer feeling in the pit of my stomach. It's a gone feeling, if you must know. And my knees are weak. I now know men used to fall on their knees when they told a girl that they loved her. It was because they couldn't stand up. And there's a feeling in my feet as though I was walking on air, and
That's enough.
And I could die for you and be glad in the chance. It's perfectly absurd, but it's absolutely true. I've never spoken to you before, and heaven knows I may never get a chance to speak to you again. But I never forgive myself if I didn't say this to you now. I love you, love you, love you. Now tell me I'm a fool. Tell me to go. Anything. I've said my say. Why don't you speak?
Well, I have nothing to say. Except, well, that I may feel some of those symptoms myself.
You love me.
Yes. Perhaps. I don't know.
Then kiss me. Kiss me.
Oh, what's the use?
I don't know. I don't care. All I know is that we love each other.
I don't care either. I do want to kiss you.
Oh, but it is wrong.
Is it?
But so happen, kiss me again.
Oh, darling.
Do you suppose anyone's likely to come this way?
No.
Your husband is probably still in the portrait gallery.
What? My husband? What do you mean? You didn't think. You thought poor old Tubby was my husband.
Oh, why, isn't he your husband?
No, he's my uncle.
Your uncle?
Yes, of course. Did you suppose that I should be married to a man that's fat and bald and 40 years old?
I beg your pardon, I did think so.
Just because you saw him with me. That's ridiculous.
But the things you said, you spoke so so realistically about marriage?
It was your marriage I was speaking about. Oh, I beg your
My marriage? And to afraid you think I was married to Maria. Maria's my aunt.
Yes, of course. How stupid of me.
Well, let's get this straight. Are you married to anybody?
Certainly not. As if I would let myself be made love to if I were a married woman.
Well, don't put on airs. You did something quite as improper.
I did not.
You made love to a married man.
I didn't.
But you did. It's the same thing. You thought I was married.
But you aren't.
No, I'm not married, and you're not married. In fact,
Yeah?
in fact, there's no reason in the world why we shouldn't make love to each other.
Really? Is that so?
Then shall we?
Oh, not if you don't want to.
Well, under the circumstances, I suppose I ought to begin by asking you to marry me.
You don't seem very anxious to.
Well, it's not that, but
But what?
Dash it all, I don't know your name.
That didn't seem to stop you a while ago.
Well then, will you marry me? No. Why do you say that?
Why should I marry you? I know nothing about you. I've known you for less than the hour.
That fact didn't seem to keep you from kissing me.
Besides, I don't like the way you go about it. If you proposed to me the same way you made love to me, maybe I'd accept you.
All right. Beloved. No, I can't do it. I'm very sorry.
Perhaps it's because you don't love me anymore.
No, of course I love you.
But you don't want to marry me.
No,
I see.
I do want to marry you, but
Well,
marriage is a serious matter. Oh, now don't take offense. I only meant that, but, well, we do love each other, and that's the important thing. But as you said, we don't know each other. I've no doubt that when we get acquainted, we will like each other better still, but we've got to get acquainted first.
you're just like Toby, buying a house. You want to know all about it. Well, I warn you, you'll never know all about me. So you needn't try.
It was your suggestion.
Oh, all right, fine. Go ahead and cross-examine me if you like. I'll begin with to tell you that I'm perfectly healthy. There's no TB, insanity, or socialism in my head. What else do you want to know?
Why did you put in socialism along with TB and insanity?
Oh, just for fun. You aren't a socialist, are you?
Yes. Do you know what socialism is?
No. It's the same thing as anarchy, isn't it?
No. Well, at least not my kind. I believe in municipal ownership of streetcars and that sort of thing.
Well, I never ride in the streetcars, so I don't really care if they're musically owned or not. By the way, you dance.
No.
Well, you must learn right away. I can't bother to teach you myself, but I know somewhere you can go and become really good in a month. It's stupid not to be able to know how to dance.
I can see myself doing the tango.
No! The tango went out long ago, my dear.
Well, I won't learn to dance. You might as well know that to begin with.
And I won't read your books on socialism. You might as well know that to begin with.
Come. This will never do. It's simply that I can't dance, and there's no use for me to try to learn.
Anybody can dance. I've made awkward dancers out of the most awkward of men.
Well, but you see, I have no inclination toward dancing. It's out of my world.
And I've no inclination towards municipal ownership. It's out of my world.
It ought not to be out of the world of any intelligent person.
Well, if you won't call me stupid.
It seems we have very few tastes in common.
So it seems.
If we married, we might be happy for a month.
Perhaps.
And then the old story, quarrels,
I can never bear quarrels.
an unhappy marriage.
Oh!
I can't marry you.
Nobody asked you, sir.
Well, there seems Goodbye.
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 Damn it all! You love each other!
What a pity! That is the only thing we have in common.
Well, do you suppose that's enough?
I wish it were.
A month of happiness
Yes.
and then wretchedness.
No, never.
We mustn't do it.
I suppose you're right. You're right.
Come, let us control ourselves.
Yes, that's.
I'll go to Europe for a year. Try to forgive me.
And I shall be married by the time you get back.
I hope it's to someone that's not bald and fat and 40.
And for you, good heavens, marry someone who is very young and very, very pretty. That should happen.
We mustn't prolong this. If we stay together,
Then go!
I can't go.
You must, darling, you must.
But if only someone will come along.
Excuse me.
Oh, look, the agent.
Too late. Too late.
No, just in
Too
time.
late, I say.
No.
I'll go.
Oh, stay.
What's the use? It already has begun. What good could I do now?
I'll show you what good you can do now. Come here. Can you unloose my hands from those of this young woman?
No. You needn't trouble. I can do it myself.
Thank you. It was utterly beyond my power. Will you kindly take me and move me over there? Thank you. At this distance, I can perhaps say farewell and see me in an innocuous manner.
Young man, you will not say farewell to that young lady for 10 days. Perhaps never.
What?
They have arranged the door.
Who have arranged what?
Your aunt, Miss Brooke, and your uncle, Mr. Egerton.
Egerton? Are you Helen Egerton?
And are you George Brooke?
Your aunt and uncle have just discovered each other up at the house. They have arranged for you all to take dinner tonight and go on a 10-day house party at Mr. Egerton's place on Long Island. The reason of all this will be plain to you. They want you two to get married.
Then we're done for. Now we'll have to get married whether we want to or not.
What? Just to please them? I shan't do it. I shan't.
But you don't know my Aunt Maria.
And Tubby will try to bully me, I suppose. But I won't do it. I won't.
Pardon, what may seem to be an impertinence, miss, but is it true you do not want to marry this young man?
Get off. I suppose just because you saw me in his arms. Yes? Oh, I do want to marry him, all right?
Then what seems to be the trouble?
Well, you tell him, George. You tell him.
It's like this. As you may have deduced from what you saw, we are madly in love with each other.
But I'm not madly in love with municipal ownership. That's the chief difficulty.
No. The chief difficulty is that I won't entertain even a platonic affection for the tango.
I told you the tango went out long ago.
Well then, the Maxites.
Stupid.
As you see, no doubt it seems ridiculous to you.
Not at all, my boy. I've known men to smash them far less than that. When you come to think of it, a taste for municipal ownership and a taste for dancing
Get off.
stand at two ends of the earth. Far away from each other. They represent two different ways of taking life. And the two people who disagree on those two things would disagree on 100 things that came up every day. And what's the use of two different kinds of beings to try to live together? It doesn't work, no matter how much love there is between them.
Then you're on our side. You'll help us not to get married.
I don't know. Your aunt is very set on it. And your uncle too, miss.
Please, can't you help us think of some scheme, or we'll have us cooped up together in that house before we know it?
Perhaps I can. Perhaps I can. I mean, I'm a bachelor myself, miss. That means I thought of many schemes to get out of marriage myself.
Oh, you old scoundrel!
It's not as bad as it may seem, miss. I always go through the marriage ceremony to, please my woman. But that's not what I call marriage.
Well, then what do you call marriage?
Yes, I'd like to know.
Marriage is an iniquitous arrangement devised by the devil himself to drive all the love out of the hearts of lovers. They start out as much as love as you two are today. And then go to end by being sick of the sight of each other. You two will be 5 years hence from now if I don't find a way of saving you out of the devil's own trap. It's not lack of love that's the problem with marriage. It's marriage itself. And I don't mean promising to love, honor, obey, for rich, poor, through sickness and health, to death do you part. That's only human nature to wish and attempt upon. And it might be capable if it wasn't for the iniquitous arrangement of marriage.
But what is the iniquitous arrangement?
That's the trouble. If I tell you, you won't believe me. You'll go out, try it out, and find out what all the other ones have before you. Listen here, my friends. Come here, come here. Have you ever been on a picnic? Of course you have. Everyone has. There's an instinct inside us that makes us want to go back to the savage ways of our ancestors. To go into the forest, gather around a fire, cook meat on a pointed stick, and eat it with our fingers. But how many books could you invent if you had to go back to that campfire every day for lunch? And how many new dances could you create if you had to live entirely in the picnic stage of civilization? None. The picnic is incompatible with everyday living, just as incompatible as marriage. But marriage is a nest-building instinct turned by the devil into an institution to hold this human soul in chains. The whole story of marriage is told in the old riddle. Why do birds in the same nest agree? Because if they don't, they'll fall out. Duh. That's it. Marriage is a nest so small that there's no room in it for disagreement. Now, it might be okay for birds to agree, but humans are not built that way. They disagree, and the house becomes a little hell. Or they do agree at the expense of their soul's freedom, stifled in one or both.
Yes. But tell me.
Yet, there is a nest-building instinct. You feel it. Both of you. If you don't feel it now, you will when you get married. If you are fools, you will try to live all your lives in a love nest, and you will imprison your souls in it, and the devil will laugh.
I'm beginning to be afraid of him.
If you are wise, you will build yourselves little nests, secretly hidden away from civilization, deep in the woods. You will run away together to it whenever you are in the mood. Then you will come back to civilization, refreshed, where every soul is different from every other soul. You will let each other alone, forget each other, and then do about your own work in peace. Do you understand?
He means that we should occupy separate sides of the house, or that we should live apart and only see each other on the weekends.
I mean, you should not stifle love with civilization, nor encumber civilization with love. What do they have to do with each other? Do you think you want a fellow student of economics? No. Do you think you want a dancing partner? You are mistaken. You want a revelation of the glory of the universe.
It's blithering nonsense, of course. But it was something like that a while ago.
Yes, when it was our first kiss, and we thought it to be our last.
I can't! I guess it's always the first or it's the last, or it is nothing.
He's quite mad. He's quite mad.
Absolutely.
Mad? Of course I'm mad. Well.
Ah, here you are. Thought you gave us a slip, did you? Stayed from the assignment here a week ago and got a job here. We've been hunting him high and low ever since. Come along now.
What's the matter with it?
Matter with him? He went crazy, he did, reading the works of Bernard Shaw. He's a bigamist, he is, and if he weren't in the insane asylum, he'd be in jail. He married 14 women, but none of them would go on the witness stand against him. Said he was the ideal husband, they did. 14, all 14 of them. But other than that, he's perfectly harmless.
Yes. Perfectly harmless.
Well, that explains it all.
And yet I fear there was something in what he was saying.
Are we going to get married or not? We've got to decide that before we face my uncle and your aunt.
Of course we'll get married.
Well, if we do get married, we can't have the sunny south for our study. I want it for a nursery.
The nursery?